Sup, y'all? Chris. Here to do some predictions for UFC 142. Not going to go down the whole card. Just the pay-per-view portion of the card and a couple undercard fights that intrigued me. This event's going down in Rio. Second one going down in Rio. The first one I think was had a lot more hype, a lot better card overall on paper. I don't know if this one's going to get quite the same reception that one did, but hopefully the Brazilian fans will accept it, and be lively, because I always think that a good crowd adds to the event and the atmosphere of it. As far as the fights, real quick, Thiago Tavares versus Sam Stout. Good matchmaking here. Tavares is the guy when he entered the UFC, man. After a couple fights, I thought this guy had a real potential to be UFC lightweight champion or contend for it. Hasn't worked out for him, had some ups and downs, but he's still a solid fighter. Sam Stout, primarily a stand-up guy, kickboxer, kind of a middle-of-the-road type guy. Tavares is much better on the ground, but I don't know if he's going to get the fight there. Thus, I'm going to go with Sam Stout by decision. Usman Paharis against Mike Macenzio. Both these guys pretty much are games are on the ground. Macenzio being the wrestler, solid grappler. Usman Paharis being a high-level grappler. I think this fight's going to hit the mat, and when it does, I think that Usman Paharis is going to submit Macenzio, and if Macenzio is smart, he will tap out fast, or else he is going to get hurt. Terry Edom, Edson Barbosa, another bit of good matchmaking. Edson Barbosa, he's kind of reminds me of where Terry Edom was when he first entered the UFC. Had a couple of big wins, a young hot prospect, had a lot of hype, but then he had a loss. It's kind of tapered off a little bit, but still a solid fighter, better than a solid fighter. As for Edson Barbosa, both these guys, I think, they're going to want to stand and bang it out, I think. And if that's the case, I favor Edson Barbosa. I think his striking's a little bit more well-rounded. Uses the kicks as well as punching. Both are solid on the ground, but like I said, I think this fight's going to remain on the feet for the most part. And if that's the case, I'm going to favor Edson Barbosa by decision. A fight that, and I think it's going to be fight of the night, although this probably would have been fight of the night. Initially, was supposed to be Eric Silva versus Sayar Bahadzada. I don't know how you pronounce his name exactly. No disrespect. But unfortunately, Sayar had to pull out of the fight. I think couldn't get a visa or got injured. I don't know what it was exactly. So now Eric Silva is going to be fighting Carlo Prater. Eric Silva made his UFC debut. I think the last UFC on Rio card, if not another UFC not too long ago. Knocked a guy in the first round. Favor him here. So Eric Silva by TKO. Co-main event of the night, Vitor Belfort taking on Anthony Rumble Johnson. Vitor coming off the first round knockout over Yoshiro Akiyama. Anthony Johnson coming off the first round knockout over Charlie Brenneman, where he head kicked him. That was crazy. Knockout. As for this fight, it will be Anthony Johnson's first fight at middleweight. A place where I think he's long overdue. I mean, this guy is huge in between fights. Gets up to over 200 pounds, and I'm not talking just like 201 pounds. He's like 215, 220. Even if you saw the pictures like a week ago release leading up to this bout, he looks like he's at least 200 pounds of just straight muscle. So definitely I think he should do better at middleweight. He should have less cardio problems. Not that he's always gassed now, but still I think he'll be a little bit more explosive at 185. Good matchup. Anthony Johnson, sometimes when I always think he's going to go in there and just straight throw down with dudes, like against Dan Hardy, he'll take him down instead and just kind of grind him out to a boring decision. And he might try that here. As we've seen, Vitor doesn't have the best takedown defense, and for being a guy with a black belt, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, doesn't really show a lot of ground game off his back. That said, hopefully this fight remains on its feet. Hopefully these two just want to throw down, and both are fast. Both got dynamite in their hands. But I think Vitor may have a better chin. So I'm going to favor Vitor to win this fight by stoppage. But if Anthony Johnson decides to go conservative and take Vitor down, if he can, and try to ride out a decision, I won't be surprised if he's able to do so. I hope that's not the case, because this match has the potential to provide real fireworks, and I hope that it goes that way. Main event of the night, UFC featherweight champion Jose Aldo defending his title against Chad Mendes. Aldo coming off a successful defense over Kenny Florian. Mendes coming off a win over Hani Yaha, which is kind of weird. I know Chad's getting his shot because he's undefeated in WC and UFC. But it's just weird to see him get a title shot coming off one over Yaha. I mean, if Yaha would have won, he definitely would have got the title shot. So, but I guess, you know, the contendership line is a little lean at the moment at featherweight in the UFC. As for the matchup, yeah, Chad's going to want to get this fight to the ground because otherwise he's screwed. He can't stand with Aldo, I don't think. If he tries to, he's going to get hurt, in my opinion. And even if he gets takedowns, which, I mean, wrestling is Chad's game. He's a great wrestler. He hasn't really shown the ability to do a lot of damage from the top position. All but one of his wins in the WC and UFC are by decision. His one win that wasn't by decision was over Anthony Morrison. No disrespect to him, but he's not nearly the fighter, not even half the fighter probably that Jose Aldo is. So, even if Chad's able to get this fight to the ground, which I think he'll be able to here and there, is he going to be able to do it for 5 rounds continuously and be able to just hold Jose Aldo down and route to a decision? I don't think so. First off, Jose Aldo, outside of the Mark Hominick fight, has shown he's not easy to get down. Look at the Faber fight. Look at the Mike Brown fight. Kenny Florian fight. All those got some really good takedown defense for a Brazilian fighter, which, you know, a lot of Brazilian fighters don't have that great takedown defense. But Aldo does. I don't think he has that great wrestling. I just think he has a great agility and technique. And strength even for that weight class. So Chad may be able to get him down here and there, but I don't think he's going to be able to do any significant damage. And eventually, I think he's going to get tired. Although I thought could take him down by Hominick a lot because he got tired later in the fight. Not to say that won't happen here. I mean, if you get taken down time and time again, or you're fighting to not get taken down, you're going to get tired. Or if guys on top of you trying to do damage. But I think Aldo's going to be able to strike, pun intended, early enough on in this fight and catch Chad either with a head kick or possibly a knee, as Mendes is trying to get a takedown, possibly even shooting him for a takedown, although Chad's got a fast shot. I just think Mendes is going to get hurt. I think Aldo's going to be able to hurt him with something to finish him. Hopefully, because you know Aldo hasn't really finished his last 2 defenses against Florian and Hominick, respectively. And I'm hoping to see some of that Chad Mendes or Jose Aldo that we saw in the WC when he was just absolutely obliterating cats and winning in spectacular fashion. So I'm going to go with Jose Aldo by stoppage in under 3 rounds. But better hope he ends it soon, because the longer it goes, it may favor Chad Mendes. It may. Hard to say. That's it for now, though. What are your guys' thoughts on this event? You know, which fights you're looking forward to? Who do you favor in the fights? Of course, mostly the Vitor Belfort and Anthony Johnson fight, as well as Mendes Aldo. I'd love to hear if anyone's picking Mendes. Why? No disrespect to Chad. I mean, he fights out of my city, Sacramento, but just can't see him winning this one. Yeah, maybe Adam Barbosa. How do you see that going down? That's it for now, though. Probably back next Saturday. See, I'm confused because the last event was on a Friday. Next Saturday, talk about these fights afterwards, but until then, you can always check me out talking about the fights on Science of Minds radio show. Link in the information part of the video, as well as scienceofminds.com and twitter.com. Put all those links to all those in the information part of the video as always. That's it for now, though. Till next time, I'm out.